Tanya, Wayne, Mike, welcome. So long time.
Yeah, how's it going?
Ages, Wayne, huh?
Yeah.
Been Mike, well. I saw you recently, but nice to see you again.
Awesome.
Come on board.
Let's go.
Woo. Welcome. Here we have them.
Wow. There they are, finally.
Wow.
They exist, guys. They are real and they're here. Amazing.
Yeah.
What a cool piece of technology. Well done, Alexander.
It,
Yeah,
it looks
congratulations.
just like I had hoped
Man.
for and...
Nothing.
Wait, but
So-
you're a guy. Let me try
Yeah.
that. I've got to
Give it a
test that
go.
it really doesn't weigh anything. Oh my goodness! Featherweight in comparison
9
to
kilograms,
everything
yeah.
else.
Unbelievable.
As light as it can get.
Beautiful.
Guys, this is it. This is the board of the future. You know, you've all waited a long time, but believe me, it's worth the wait. Here we go. Well done, Alexander.
Let's find out more about it.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Yeah.
Me and Wayne can talk more.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That
have
would be
a
great.
lovely
Let's do it.
time here. Talking and riding.
Of
For
course.
sure. Yeah.
Let's
I'm ready. Let's go.
Come on board.
Looks like somebody's been cooking. What do we have?
eSurf for lunch. Yeah. I'll take 2 over dinner.
What do we have here? Battery. I can't believe this. Battery. Nice. Beautiful. Wow. And
Now, try to put it in
okay.
like this way. Goes in like this. Put the key inside.
The beautiful key that I've been given. The remote. How exciting! This is my first time.
The first time is always the best time.
Okay.
There.
Everybody up.
Now, this is it. This is the moment. Wow. Okay, I won't do it too much because I know it's not good for the battery, but I certainly feel like it. Wow, amazing.
Blows us away.
Yeah.
Nice start. Wow. Amazing.
Let's put the spaceship in the water. Yep.
Let's.
That's what I'm ready for.
Okay, what do we have here?
The eSurf charger.
Aha.
Standard automotive grade charger, made in Italy.
Okay.
We trust it, we use it, it's robust, cheap,
Sounds
but
good.
it does the job, and it's
That's what we
really
want.
easy to use.
Is
Be
it
my
truly
guest.
that easy? Let's see. It does look fair enough easy. Oh, made
did
a
it.
plug. Perfect.
You
Okay.
got this part, though.
I always forget that part. With no plug, no energy.
So,
Let's
Turns
start.
You know,
on.
immediately.
charges, takes like a little bit of time, start charging now. So when this is green, it's done. Standard fins. Help me, Mike.
Oh yeah. FCS pins. That's
Who
a
wants
good
to
one.
try? I did it.
Nice and easy. We like that. No nuts.
Perfect.
Nothing needed. Nothing
Yeah.
involved. Just in and out.
Yeah. And no single fin, of course, I noticed that.
Yeah, so we are currently working on making a single fin as
Yeah.
well. This will be just as easy.
Like this.
So,
Alright.
Alexander, we said that this was a stubborn, robust board, but if somewhere were to break, something were to break, what would that be?
What's exposed? So either you break the hull or the jet pump.
Okay.
And the jet pump is really strong. I mean, we make it in Sweden, and next to our factory we have this lake full of ice, and we go like ice crunching, we call it. And
Wow.
it's just like,
Poor board.
and it just chops up the ice.
Right.
And the reason for that is it's extremely durable,
Okay.
and it's also made in different parts, so you can easily just change the broken part.
Right.
So you untie the 6 screws, out comes the jet pump. and you change the broken part.
That's fantastic.
There you
So you
go.
don't have to replace the whole pump. That's good. Alexander, so everybody's been waiting to see the board. I was lucky enough to ride it a year ago. But tell us about your team, because how have you managed to produce something that no one else has been able to do?
It's all about two people. Spiros Griparis,
Yeah.
who is the brainchild in power electronics, probably one of the best in the world, doing controllers and systems for batteries and electric drivelines. And Anders Dahl,
Yeah.
who is a mechanical engineer, studied at Chalmers, actually internal combustion engines.
Right.
When we started the company 1.5 years ago, we went for doing a hybrid, a combustion engine with an electric booster, generator kind of solution. And we realized that the combustion was just making noise,
Yeah.
while the electric engine was having the power.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we went for full electric about 1 year ago, and this is the result of two people,
Yeah.
Spiros and Anders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recently we have two more guys in the team, Joachim and Christos. So we're a small company, but really, really top-notch people from all over the world.
Yeah.
I fly around and I pick the best.
Exactly. I mean, having met the guys, you've got one seriously dedicated and passionate team. And of course,
you.
that's the key to this, isn't it? So the main question everyone wants to know, because no one can believe that there could be an electric board that's so fast, so powerful, and still gets a good, decent ride time. And not just that, the weight. Anyone can make a fast and powerful electric board, but it becomes like a jet ski. What you've produced here is unbelievable. Tell us about the specs.
Yeah, so it's all about the power to weight ratio. Making something really powerful is not hard, but making it really light,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what gets it complicated.
Of course.
So here we have a 25 kilo board, armed we call it. That means the battery pack inside the board.
Yeah.
So the board itself is 9 kilos,
Yeah.
9 point something. With the bindings it becomes like 9.9, and with the battery pack inside, additional 15 kilos.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing.
But the most important is that the battery pack is 3.2 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means you can ride at 3.2 kilowatt hours for 1 hour, or 6.4 for half an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
And the average consumption is something like that.
Yeah,
Like 10 horses going for half an hour.
yeah, yeah.
You push it more, it burns quicker.
Of course.
But still, it's so worth it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you get a good 30-minute ride.
Yes, on average people they do.
Yeah,
Now, if you go boy racing, yeah, you can probably get down to 20 minutes.
of course.
But the good thing, you buy more battery packs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have like, not like a C-Bob where you have to like charge the entire unit.
Yeah,
Here you just take out the battery pack, put in a new one, takes a minute,
yeah.
off you go.
The next thing I don't really need to ask, because I had it a year ago. I was doing 60-something kilometers an hour. But what speed are you getting out of these boards now?
Yeah, so we have made a top speed of 64.0 kilometer per hour,
Yeah,
measured by several GPS measurements.
yeah,
Mike himself was there.
yeah,
He's filming now,
yeah.
but he was there. And I can say that, I mean, you don't need much faster than that,
No.
in my opinion. But it's all about how fast you get there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's the key to
Of
having
course.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So acceleration, acceleration, acceleration. All
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it's just that instant power. Instant. I mean,
You
petrol
only
could
get
never
that
touch
with,
it.
with electric.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, combustion will. I love combustion. I don't want to say anything else than
Yeah.
that. But it will never be able to beat electric
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
in that.
yeah.
So for like boy racing and freestyle, you have to go for electric
Yeah.
if you want acceleration.
Yeah, and will you cap the speeds on these boards? Because it's not really necessary to give someone a rocket, is it? Would you sort of cap it at a certain speed?
Yeah, actually we have modes in the throttle.
Right.
So if you want your child to ride it, or you want your old mother to ride it,
Yeah.
I would recommend you putting it in the lower settings.
Yeah, yeah. Alexander, another question is, I mean, you've got it all. You've got the speed, you've got the power, you've got the looks, you've got the weight. Everything's as good as it can get. What about reliability, servicing, maintenance, customer care? How are you going to handle all of that?
We focus on three things mainly.
Yeah,
Performance, reliability, and safety.
yeah,
And as for reliability, the one you're standing on
Yeah.
has done 5 months now, non-stop.
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
something like 60, 70 beginners torturing it,
yeah,
and we haven't opened it yet. So
Yeah.
it's still running and running. We're waiting for it to break. Hours it's done, I don't know, but it's in the 300-400 hours
yeah,
at least, probably
Yeah.
more. We've stopped counting.
yeah, yeah.
It gets like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like with combustion, you don't even reach close to that.
Of course
So
not.
electric done right will always win
Yeah, yeah,
in reliability and lifetime, and most importantly, service free.
Of
So
course.
you don't need to change things and fix things and wash it and so on.
yeah. But that's something you said there is quite important. Electric done right is maintenance free. Up until now, I've yet to see the electric boards that are maintenance free. I believe you that this is the one.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
And keep riding on this one, and we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, you mentioned safety, Alexander. Tell us more about that.
When it comes to action sports, there's a few things that you have to do as a manufacturer that I don't see anyone else doing properly. For us, it's been extremely important to get that right, and we have put in so many automotive grade standards
Yeah.
and procedures in making the battery packs and the propulsions that safety wise I let my son ride it.
Yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't do that if it wasn't safe enough.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I really know the theory and the practice of power electronics.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't risk something like giving it to children's
Yeah.
and charging it in my house here while I'm sleeping, not knowing that it's safe.
Of course.
I mean, the fires that we've seen so far in the electric jetboard industry recently, it's really bad for the industry,
Of course.
and I think it's also time that it has to get regulated.
Yeah, yeah,
There
absolutely.
is automotive standards for this type of things,
Yeah,
and there is ways to make it safe,
yeah,
but it needs at a design level and at a knowledge level that you have to understand what you're doing.
of course. Yeah, so I mean, batteries in the jetboard industry in general have a long way to go, but I would say this is possibly years ahead of everyone else.
This is automotive standard.
Yeah,
So you would buy a BMW i3 or you buy an eSurf, it's exactly the same safety standard,
right. Yeah,
and that's a big difference. I mean, you don't put your BMW i3 in a safety bag or something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying to make it safe.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
yeah.
is just safe
You
from
build
the
it so
manufacturer.
that it is safe. Yeah, yeah,
The manufacturer has to take responsibility.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's not possible to say that, oh, the client has to be careful.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
yeah.
careful?
Of course.
I mean, it should just not happen. He
Of
should
course.
be able to crack the pack, drop it, break it, try to use it. He shouldn't die for wanting to play
Absolutely.
electric jetboards.
Yeah, so the safest battery on the market, there's no two ways about that. So I mean, the great thing about petrol boards is that you can fly with them, and a lot of people love electric but can't fly with the batteries.
Yeah, you're right. And I also love petrol boards because you can bring them in the airplane. And as for electric, it's a new industry, and there will be certifications for flying with your battery packs. And most likely the eSurf battery pack is the one to get it the first.
Yeah,
Again, what I do, for example, when I came to you in Spain here, I just send the battery pack 1 week ahead with UPS or DHL. Cost below 50 euros for 2 battery packs. Comes here in 4 or 5 working days. And I ship it to the hotel, pick it up when I come there. That's it.
Yeah.
Book another pickup when I go back home.
I assume for something like this it's going to be quite expensive, so most people would probably classify it as an expensive board compared to some of the other boards that are out on the market.
Compared, I think it's cheap. So you have to compare tomatoes with tomatoes. Now, if you look at like the price per horsepower on any other board on the market, this is a third. If you look at the price per kilowatt hour in the battery pack, again, it's like half price or a third of the price, or even less. So like for the performance and the power and like everything, not even considering the build quality and the reliability and safety, but like just looking at the performance and the numbers you get more than anything else in the market. The petrol boards, all the electric boards, even the jet skis.
Okay, so that's something important for people to look at when comparing prices, the kilowatts and the horsepower.
Yeah, try it before you buy it.
Yeah.
Go to Wayne.
Absolutely, yeah. The boards sell themselves, try them before you buy them.
Yeah, it's not more complicated than that. If you're really in the market to buy a jetboard and you're really serious about it, go to someone like Wayne.
Yeah.
I don't want to force everybody to go to Wayne because he's already really busy.
Yeah.
But Wayne is really good.
Yeah, come guys. Here's my details below on the screen. So the boards look fantastic. Let's get them in the water. Let's see what they look like in the water.
Yeah, my flowers are really dry.
Let's go water them.
Burning up in the atmosphere, bright lights above. I remember when we were young. Ooh. Falling hopelessly through the night sky. I don't wanna give up. I don't care if the whole world sees that I'm holding on to love.
The main advantage of electric boards is that you can do a lot of freestyle stuff, jumping, and all that involves diving and going under the waves. So let's do a submarine. You can never do this with petrol board. What's up, champions? Welcome back to our show, and today Miona is joining me for the testing of lift foils.
Hi guys, I'm super excited to finally get to try the lift foil. It's been a year from Monaco Boat Show where we were invited by Nick, the constructor of lift foil, but it didn't happen because the hurricane changed our plans. So 1 year later we are getting this opportunity to test the lift foil. Wish us luck!
Let's do it!
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Okay guys, here we got David and Barbara from Flightboard there, and they are also working closely with Nicolas from Lift Foils, and they even visited Puerto Rico. So welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, thank you. First, I'm gonna thank you to Nicolas that give us these lift foils for the review, and I have only one word for this machine. It's awesome. It's super smooth and it's super fast.
It's true. Yesterday I had a chance to try it for like 15 minutes and I was already foiling even with a strong wind, and it was really amazing. Everything about this board screams quality. I guess you guys agree about this.
Of course.
The most important part, the battery is inside, and everything is waterproof, so we can even change the battery if we are in the water. So there is
Wow.
no problem if the water gets inside the board.
Yeah.
David, let's go through the basics of the board, the speed, the weight.
The riding time is approximately 1 hour, but lighter guy just can riding 1 hour and 20 minutes with no problem. The maximum speed it's 45 km/h, but if you have a smaller wing, you can go about 50 km/h with no problem. It's scary, but you can go. The charging time it's 2 hours,
And the weight, the battery, I checked, it is about 15 kilograms, and the
Yeah.
board itself with the mast also 15.
50.
Yes, but it's maneuverable. You need one person to carry it, which makes things much easier. And the battery consumption depends on the weight of the person riding it. So, for example, you're 60 kilos, and you can ride more than 1 hour, and somebody taller and bigger than you can ride less because
Less, yeah.
okay. And also the battery consumption depends on the time you spend on the surface of the water,
Yeah.
because when you're carving the water you're using more batteries than when you're flying, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right, let's check out the remote control. It's
Okay.
actually one of the biggest remote controls I've ever seen in all
But
jetboards.
it's soft and smooth, and it
Yeah.
goes nicely on your hand, so you don't get a feeling that you have to carry something.
Yeah.
It's big, but
It's not heavy, yeah? It's not
Well-
very bulky.
kind of. It reminds me to the gun, so it's easy. It goes natural. Look.
Yeah.
It's a great self-defense against the sharks.
Yeah, but plus it's even made for the left-handed people. For example, just when you switch this from over here, you can hold it. So it's both for left-handed and right-handed people. Which
But
is
what
good.
I really loved about this remote control is that it's using regular batteries. So you don't have to hassle every time charging your remote control. So how long will it work with just set of batteries?
The one battery is gonna work more than 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need to hassle charging.
Yeah.
It's just one less thing to do.
Okay.
As you can see, guys, the remote control is floatable and it has 3 speeds, right?
Yes. You have 3 speed. The one it's slow. It's for the beginner. Then you have 2. It's for the beginner and intermediate. And then you have really fast.
And I know, David, there are several types of wings that Lift is providing. What wings do you have?
Lift has 4 different wings for 4 different setup. The smallest wing is 110, then 150, 170, and 200. And this is for the different level skill levels.
So the bigger the wing, the easier it is to foil,
It's
right?
easy to foil.
So what weight this can handle? I saw the video that you were riding together with Barbara.
Yeah.
So what weight did you get?
The Lift has 2 boards. One board is 75 volume and another is 100. And we can, on this little board, 75 liters, we can ride both. This is more than 120 kilos on this with no problem, because Lift has so much power.
Amazing, amazing. Barbara, I know you're also doing foiling, and I heard some people are saying that once you learn it, it's kind of getting boring. Is it really true?
I thought the same at first, but I'm starting to learn eFoiling, and I discovered that you can do with eFoil, you can do everything. You can curving, you can gliding above the water, we can ride it together. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and even jumping.
Yeah,
so
you
David
can
is
also-
jumping like crazy.
Yeah, you can also jump, yes.
So a lot of possibilities to improve actually.
Yeah.
And I even heard they're going to make a race model, so maybe you'll see some racing from Lift next year, right?
Yeah, I think really that it's gonna, this sport, this is only the beginning. In the future we're gonna different models for the different every specification, like racing model, like surfing model, like freeride model, and you can do with this, with everything with small change. Only change the wing and the prop. This is the only 2 things for the change, and you have so different setup.
And I heard you mentioned there is a direct control. What's the difference of Lift comparing to other hydrofoils on the market?
Even the Flying Rodeo and another brand has the gear drive inside the motor, and the Lift board is the only kind on the market because use direct drive without gearbox and without anything inside the motor, only the motor itself. That's why it's so direct drive. You can feel this direct drive really on the remote. It's so smooth. The acceleration is instant. You know, the maximal torque is instant on the motor.
So basically the difference, Lift has direct control, and you have the fast acceleration and easier control by the remote control.
That's right, and it is the quietest and it's the quietest system on the market because have no gearbox, because the gearbox makes some noise that's why this model is so quiet.
Awesome. So everything sounds good, and today we have Miona to finally try lift foils. Are you excited, Miona?
Yes, I am. I've been waiting for more than 1 year to try this. I've never been on any kind of foil, so this will be my first experience with foils.
So let's see how quick you learn. Yeah?
I don't know. I'm a bit scared. Okay, thank you guys.
Well, like I always say, let's get back to the water.
Well, let's go to the water.
Cheers.
Okay.
How was it, Miona?
Mike, it was amazing. Really, it was amazing.
You were foiling on the almost in 10 minutes, yeah?
You should ask my instructor about it. He said he was impressed. So it almost feels like flying. I'm surprised by the technique. So the speed doesn't have to do anything with foiling. It's about transferring your weight on a back leg, and then you make like a little jumps, and this is how you get to foil, you get to fly.
But the best student in my life, only 20 minutes and flying.
It was 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, sorry.
Really nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to our show. We keep chasing the summer, and today we are back together again in this beautiful location, Soto Grande, Spain, that Wayne just opened. And we have an exclusive preview of the new board called Jetwake.
So we've got Mr. Lee, the CEO of Jetwake, who's shipped over a board for us. It looks beautiful. We've opened it, we've looked at it, it looks quite exciting. We're about to test it on the water and see how it goes. I've got high expectations, you know, I hope it goes as well as it looks. The thing about it is this board comes from Korea. The CEO has flown a board over, he's flying over with his team to meet us, and he's showing commitment. He's standing behind his product. That's what manufacturers should be doing. Anyone who's willing to take the time and hassle to fly over, bring a board and come see us, that's what we want to see.
And you guys will be first to see it, and we are going to try it out for you.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this new episode of ours. Today we've got the amazing Jetwake team here, and to talk to us about their Jetwake board B200, we've got Gang, Lee and Kay with us.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell us, guys, about this new board, the parameters, the weight, the speed, just the basics.
Okay, it's about 180 centimeters long, 70 centimeters wide, 13 centimeters high, and it weighs 20 kilograms, the board, and the battery 19 kilograms, altogether 39 kilograms. And then the battery can charge in 2 hours, and maximum speed can be 25 to 40 kilometers per hour.
Depending on the weight of the rider, like always. We know that their standard testing is done with up to around 75 kg. It can hold up to 90 kg approximately. Obviously the speed will be affected, but with 75 kg they've seen it go up to 37 or 38 kilometers per hour, I believe.
Yeah, pretty good.
So guys, to sum it up, I mean, you've really put a lot of time, effort, research into this battery. It's a futuristic battery. You've gone the extra mile. What you're doing is far more superior compared to what the average manufacturer is doing. And looking at your diagrams and the specifications you've showed us, I would say it looks pretty positive. It seems like a really good battery. Well done.
There's several things I like quite a bit. One of them is the fact that there's padding all the way through, because some boards have limited padding, and some people, depending on their weight, their abilities, etc., like to stand more on one side or the other. Some people even shift their weight and walk along the board when they can for different techniques of carving, etc. So the fact that there's padding all over is quite good. And then also from safety of the board perspective, at least for those of us who do rentals, the fact that it has this safety rubber along the board is a great added bonus, at least for those of us who have rocks and that type of thing around us.
And most important, it has some handles, to carry the board together.
So this time I want to, just out of curiosity, ask a little bit about the team, because like Wayne was saying, we've been so impressed with the service. I want to know a little bit more about the Jetwake team. How many are you guys?
Actually, we are only 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, between 4 of us, we do everything. We are engineers and designers, but we have a lot of suppliers who supply different parts.
Okay.
And we watch over all the process.
Amazing.
So, I mean, they were saying, the Jetwake guys, they've got 10 boards in stock at any given time, at least 10 boards in stock. They manufacture about 40 boards a month, and they can up production at any time. You know, whenever they feel necessary, production goes up. But one thing I want to say is, from the beginning, the experience we've had with Jetwake has been amazing. From our first contact, everything, the emails, the whole shipping, things just couldn't have gone smoother. These guys have taken care of absolutely everything, and it's been such a pleasure and pleasant surprise for us to deal with the Jetboard company that actually operates the way they do.
It has been indeed.
Alright guys, here is a remote control. It's fully waterproof. It lasts about 8 hours. And most important, it has wireless charging.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's very lightweight.
And
like
the trigger is with the index finger, so it's nice and easy.
Alright.
Okay.
What's next?
And then we have, as part of the battery pack, we've got the kill switch here with the magnet and the leash that will take the magnet off.
The underneath of the board, as they described, is a modular system, so 1, 2, 3 pieces, easy to replace one piece, and you can get all the internal parts. But what I really like, and it's so good to see people finally doing it, the FCS fin boxes. It's great. You know, every board should be using FCS fin boxes. You just click them in, click them out. It's fantastic. But the whole underside of the board, it looks pretty sleek and cool. I like it.
Really good.
So when Jetwake are saying these boards are easy to fix and maintain, and with a basic instructional video you can do it yourself, look at it. Of course you can do it yourself.
Great
Even
stuff.
Mark.
Great stuff.
Even Mark can do this himself.
Even me. Well done, guys. Well done. Let the games begin! Let's check the noise level and the power. Got the power, yeah?
That's got the power. And that's not full throttle.
mean, that was a great ride. This board's got some serious power in it. It's a small and unusual shape. It takes a bit of getting used to, so we weren't riding at our best. It's a little bit choppy. I'd like to try it in flat water, but it's got some serious go in it. It's got guts, this board, you know what I mean? It's got power on takeoff, and when it gets going, it really goes. So yeah, I think it's very promising.
Okay guys, we had the chance to try the Jetwake board, and there are many things that we liked about it. What I really like personally is the power that it's giving you, the size of the board. You can see it's pretty small, it's very buoyant, and I think it's very good for especially the flat water conditions. And it's giving us pretty good power for the weight we have, me and Wayne.
Yeah.
So I would say the power is pretty good. Noise levels are pretty low as well, and what I really liked as well is the modular system. As you can see, everything here is outside of the board, so you can easily replace if something goes wrong, so you don't need to ship whole board back if you need replacement.
Yeah,
what about
and
you?
I mean literally everything. So the body's one piece, and every single part, the engine, the pump, the battery, the control, everything just fits onto the board. Nothing goes inside it, so nothing's hidden. You literally can get parts and repair it yourself. I was pretty impressed with the battery. The battery was unreal. We rode this board for what, 45 minutes at least, full speed, non-stop in the sea. Pretty heavy guys, and it just keeps going and going.
Never quits.
Yeah. So these guys definitely have got the battery right. The battery's fantastic. It doesn't die, it doesn't stop, and that's going flat out full speed. So they're doing extremely well there.
So we're expecting great things from them. So I hope more manufacturers will follow the path, come and test their boards with us, and we'll be glad to share our experience and the feedback.
Yeah, of course. So we'll be working with Jetwake. So part of it wasn't just testing the board and riding it and making a video. We actually work with the manufacturers, and we help them iron out all the little problems, all the little gremlins. This is about, this is what we do. This is what it's about. So we'll be working closely with Jetwake now and helping them get the perfect board.
And our tour goes on.
It does.
Okay.
It doesn't stop.
Okay, cheers guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Alright guys, it's been another successful year for our Jetboard testing tour. We have tested dozens of boards and we really enjoyed the experience, and I hope you too. And now Wayne has this beautiful location in Soto Grande, Spain, where you can come and test every board yourself.
Of course, so it's our second year. We've traveled all over Europe, our second year of touring. It's been amazing. But now we have a setup at La Reserva Beach Club in Soto Grande, where we hope to do most of our testing. So this will become our new central hub for jetboarding, and hopefully now people will start coming to us. It's a beautiful place. We've got virtually all the boards that are available. Instead of traveling around Europe or the world trying to test all the different boards, come to us. We've got them all here, all in one place. Come try them before you buy them.
Yeah, just look at this guys. Beautiful lake, so many boards, and they're waiting for you to try.
Yeah, I mean the location is amazing. You won't get a better location for testing boards. So we're lucky to have found this.
Alright, thank you Wayne.
Pleasure, come join us.
Cheers. What's up champions? Today we are in beautiful place, Soto Grande, Spain, visiting Wayne's Jetboard Festival. He's prepared several great surprises for us, so let's go check them out.
Hi guys, welcome back to our next video this season. This time we're excited to introduce you to Flightboard. As you may know, this is one of the electric foils out there, and we're very excited to have the actual founder, David, all the way from Australia with these beautiful boards to tell us a little bit about them. So David, over to you. What would you like to tell our audience about?
Hello, thank you for having us. It's great to be here. So, well, firstly, that they're not too hard to use. I think most of you guys have got up foiling in sort of 20 minutes, half an hour. So you know, there's a learning curve. It's not it's challenging, but people progress very, very quickly, you know, and I think after an hour or two of riding, you're very comfortable and relaxed, and it's great fun.
That sounds promising.
So tell us a little bit about your two boards that you brought today.
Sure, so we've got 3 different size boards. We've got the regular Flightboard here, which is 5'8". We've got the Flightboard Pro here, which is 5 foot, and we've got an inflatable, which you guys have been using out on the water as well. That makes things a little bit easier to learn, to start with, a little bit less intimidating, great for schools and things. All the boards are interchangeable with our power unit here, which is our foil unit. All of our electronics are up here. There's no electronics in the board except for the receiver. That makes it very easy to swap this around between the boards. It means that people can buy multiple boards and they can swap the power unit around.
It certainly looked a lot easier when the guys were doing it on the inflatable one.
Yeah, sure. So look, you know, it's fantastic technology. It's very efficient. You would have seen, I think we probably nearly spent 3 hours on the water teaching on one battery. I get about an hour and 20 minutes of continuous riding, which is about
full throttle.
Yeah, not full throttle, but you don't. I've never really been full throttle for more than a minute.
There's no need.
It's
there's no need really on a foil. I mean, what you get is the feeling of just foiling rather than actual speed.
Feeling, that feeling of flying. I mean, you're literally standing on wings that are flying in the water, and you can really feel it. It's an amazing sensation.
It's amazing. It looks great in the videos, but it actually feels even better in real life. So my first foiling experience wasn't a huge success. I really battled, and I could even say it maybe put me off, but it was a cheap, you know, bottom of the range foil. But after trying this today, it's so smooth, it's fantastic. I mean, you really do feel like you are flying and just floating above the water.
Wow.
And we've just converted a lot of people that have tried the electric foils and weren't big fans, and after doing it now, everybody wants one. You know, everybody that's tried it wants to buy it. The board speaks for itself. Nuria, I mean, you never enjoyed the last foil. You enjoyed it, it was fun, but isn't this completely different?
Yeah, completely. It's challenging, but the first time I tried, I couldn't even foil. And this time, I was foiling, I was turning, backside, front side. It was amazing. You feel like flying. It was like...
You feel like a professional within like half an hour. You feel like a pro, you know what I mean? And that's the board. I mean, it's a quality board. The board does that, because we can't do it on other boards, but we can on this board. So you get what you pay for, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. I mean, look, we put a lot of effort into the wings and the balance and everything to make it easy. Also the durability and keeping everything simple, you know, with 2 plugs, the very small hand control, the GPS. So look, it makes me very happy to see you guys enjoying yourselves and having fun, and it just gets better as well. I mean, I've ridden the board 300 times and I never get sick of it, because you just turn sharper and you go faster and you go further. It's great. It's a great experience.
Amazing.
And guys, I know it's called Flightboard, but if you want one, contact Jetboard. Okay.
Jetboard Limited, like with all other boards.
A little sign at the bottom will pop up with our number and email.
I like your t-shirt. That's good to see you got the right t-shirt.
Sorry, would you like to tell us just a little bit about the hand remote and how it works? And
So we put a lot of effort in. We found out pretty early on, a few years ago when we started developing this, that balancing the trigger and balancing on the foil is hard. It's too hard. So we've made this so that it's got a very low power to start. You can pull the trigger all the way in. You don't have to worry. Then you just program your brain, leave the trigger on, and you can increase the speed with the buttons plus and minus.
Plus and minus, nice and easy.
And it's like cruise control in a car, or we call it virtual gears. And we've got 20 levels.
Right.
So when you find the level that's the right level for you to foil on, you can just leave it on that. So it might have been 6 or 7 depending upon your weight. And it means you don't have to worry about balancing the trigger.
That's fantastic.
When you get more advanced, you can put it right up to 20. Although I've never been to 20. And then you can use the trigger.
I'll be on 20 by the end of tomorrow.
Sure.
But there's a lot of other features as well. I think from the start we wanted to make this a product that could be upgraded for the customer after they bought it. So this can be upgraded with Bluetooth. We were developing an app. The software in the board can be upgraded. We have a whole lot of different. We have a GPS. It tells you your speed. It tells you your efficiency. Very accurate. Remaining distance and time, like a drone. And some fun stuff, you know, to gamify it a little bit. So, what was your maximum speed? You've hit a new maximum speed, or how many G forces did you do in a turn? These are things that are coming in a future software update.
Wow, nice, very interesting.
I think really just it's the ultimate in fun. Think about it as a new sport, and like any new sport that pops up, it's going to go in a few different directions. I think what's great about this one is that it's really accessible. We've had a lot of people on the board here in Europe in the last 10 or 11 days with a lot of different sort of levels of ability and size and shape, and everybody's had a great time. It's really lots of fun and really a lot easier than it might look. from the surface, and you know, maybe these guys can
we can
vouch for that. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's a really exciting ride.
I had the possibility to check two different ones. One is the one that Wayne described, and I think we all had similar problems, even not being in the same location. But I've seen two people live from the first second on the board, and 5 minutes later they were up and going like this, and 10 minutes later they were flying.
No pressure for you.
The pressure is high.
I haven't tried anything, Andreas, so I will be the real gauge. Let's see how many hours I can.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I wasn't expecting it to be this easy, but it was still challenging though. You know, lots of fun.
So guys, tell us a little bit more about the battery and the charging process of Flightboard.
Sure. Look, we've got a very simple battery. It's completely waterproof. We've used really high quality materials. We've got these aluminium plates that help with heat dissipation, as well as, you know, really strong, so it can survive drop tests and things like that. This is a 2 kilowatt battery. You know, I get about an hour and 20 minutes of continuous riding, and I'm nearly 90 kilograms. So we've had it out on the water for nearly 3 hours today with people learning non-stop, and it's done the job. The charging time really depends on the charger. We have a standard charger that takes maybe 4 hours, and we have a high capacity charger that can charge the battery in about 2.5 hours. This board's about 8.5 kilograms for the board. This unit here is about 8 kilograms including the wings, and that battery I think is about 11.5 or 12 kilograms. So you know, you add all that up, it's maybe around 26, 27 kilograms, something like that. Depending upon the board. You know, the Pro board's a little bit lighter, the inflatable board's a little bit heavier.
And then there are two versions of the battery as well. So there's an Explore battery, which is the one in my hand, and the Sport battery, which has fewer cells and therefore is
it's lighter as well. It's a couple of kilograms lighter. Yeah. We've got a lot of other safety features built in that we haven't really talked too much about yet, so this is exclusive.
So speaking of the safety features, let's say I ran out of battery and I'm in the middle of the ocean. Can I actually paddle back?
Oh, completely. But you should never have to, because again, we have all the time it's showing you the battery percentage. It's showing you how many kilometers left, how many minutes left, and we have a vibration and a buzzer in here. When you get to half battery, it vibrates. When you get to a quarter battery, it vibrates. When you get to 10%, it vibrates. And then when the battery goes flat, it goes into sort of soft mode, and you can still get home at low speed, you know. So there's really no excuse. It's far easier to run out of petrol in your car than it is on this, because everything's being monitored.
And I saw you used it in the waves as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I live in Australia on a beach with a surf, and that's where I ride almost every day. So we've had to build this to survive waves, salt water. A lot more challenges building something for salt water than fresh water.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's tough. It can handle a lot of abuse. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Cheers.
Thanks.
More front foot, faster. Don't change the throttle.
Guys, Flightboard is truly iPhone of Jetboards. The quality is amazing. But most important, just hear how silent it is. You just glide, no wake, no noise. Have you seen me fly?
Yes,
How
I've
was
seen
it?
you fly.
How was it?
Great. So awesome, amazing. It's just like you're flying on the board.
You were on the stick net flying.
I was flying.
Yes,
it
you
was
were flying.
magic.
And I like the sound of the board, like you know, perfect.
So Wayne, you organized such a great event here in
Yeah.
Sotogrande. It's such an amazing place for people to come and visit
Of
and
course.
try all the boards.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the first event. This is just a little test run we did. We want to see how it works and how it all fits together. But ideally, just like we've got our Jetboard Tour we do every year, we want to do this event every year. And judging by how it's been going, it's only our second day. People love it. The boards are booked out. Everybody wants to hire our boards. So many people are buying boards from us. We couldn't get a better setup to make sales and make money, which we still need to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Putting all this together, doing all the videos, doing all the events costs money. But this is boosting our sales like you can't imagine. And it's going to be good for everyone. It's good for the industry. It's good for all the manufacturers. It's a shared event, you know. Any manufacturer can come and show their boards and promote themselves. It's about promoting the whole industry, not just us.
Yeah, and many people still don't know that Wayne is actually one of the biggest dealers of all jetboards in the market.
Guys, don't forget that. I don't want to have to keep saying it, but the thing is, I spend hours, days, weeks helping some of you, you know, choose your right board. We invest so much time and money into testing all the boards, making the videos, and then after a week of emailing my team and taking up their time, you go buy the board from the manufacturer down the road, you know. Don't forget, we sell boards. This is how we fund all of this, you know, this is how we live.
And most important, you do the service, because most people don't realize you buy the service and then good luck fixing it when it's broken.
Exactly, and you're not doing us a favor by buying a board from us. I think we give the best service in the world. I can say there's not a single manufacturer or dealer out there that gives the service we give. And we know because we learned the hard way. 10 years of riding boards and putting up with bad service is why and how we started this company. So if you buy your board from us, you get the best service, you get to test your board, you have us on call 24/7, call us on a Sunday, we answer the phone, we help you. You know what I mean? We give a lot for the little bit of money we get from our sales.
So, reach the man and get the great service.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
What's up, champions? Today we are in a beautiful place, Sotogrande, Spain, and we are visiting Wayne's Jetboard Festival. He's prepared a great surprise for us, so let's go check it out.
Hi guys, welcome back. Have a wild guess who and what we're presenting you today. Hint, hint. We are super excited to be able to introduce you to the Torque family. We've got Dean and Ina here with us all the way from Australia. So we're very excited about this. In fact, it's not only the boards today, we've got the whole set, and Dean and Ina are going to tell us about it. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for inviting us. It's very happy to be here.
Let us know, what is all of this? What is this amazing display that we've got here?
Well, firstly, what we have here is the boards. Okay, we have the mongrel, the extreme board, which the mongrel board is a little bit smaller. Okay, it's 1.8 meters in length. The extreme board is 2.1 meters in length. They accommodate for different size riders, different weight riders. So the smaller board here is for 85 kgs and under riders, and the larger board is can handle up to 100 kg riders.
Amazing. And the smaller one, from what I'm hearing, it's pretty much possibly one of the smallest electric boards we've heard about so far.
I think it is. It is quite small. We did a lot of prototypes, a lot of sampling, a lot of testing. We actually did 38 different shapes of the boards until we got it spot on.
Quite a lot.
Yes.
The boards are, the shape's quite unusual, so you haven't copied anyone on the shape, no one can say that. It's a unique shape, it's the first time we've seen it. It looks quite amazing, it's really buoyant, it looks like it's going to float well. But I watched you riding this morning when you test the board, and it handles and carves. You know, this is a good shaped board.
Well, I come from a surfing background. I've done some shaping before, so riding surfboards, you actually change each year your surfboard because they're quite a cheap product, and you can get to understand the different shapes of how they perform. So I did a lot of prototyping to get the Jetboard to actually match what the surfboard can do on the water. It did take a while, a year and a half of actually getting it spot on. The bottom actual concave of the shape is the most important. A little slight change and the speed of the board can change up to 15 kilometers an hour. It is going well. We're reaching up close to 45, 47. I've clocked it on the GPS. So it is going well.
And what's the weight of the board?
The weight of the board, the mongrel board is 28 kgs with the battery. With the battery.
Wow, that's very
the battery 16 kgs. The extreme board, a little bit larger board, is 31 kgs.
Still manageable.
Still manageable. Most people should be able to pick it up by themselves and carry it down to the water if it's not too far away.
Let's quickly cover the problem that most people are asking. There are no pads here and no paddings, no straps. I mean, how am I supposed to stand if it's so slippery?
What we have got is jet boots, surfing boots with the rubber soles. Okay, the reason why I've done that for an electric board, when you're actually doing hard turns, if as the size of the board is a little bit thicker than say the jet surfboard or the petrol boards, the rails dig in and the board slows down too much. But if you can move your feet around into the right positions when you're turning, the actual speed of the turn will stay constant. But if your feet are stuck in the foot pads and when you're turning, you slow down too much.
So then when you buy the board, it actually comes with the boots? It comes with goodies, or is that something that you can buy extra? Or
we have the whole package that comes with the boards. We supply the boots, the life vest, the rash shirt, the helmet.
Oh wow!
We have the ABS case here to put the batteries, so you can fit 2 batteries inside.
Oh wow! So
the price is also pretty reasonable. Most other boards are much more expensive. We need to say that as well. So I hope you'll be successful with it.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it got the power. Pretty good for electric. So Udo, how was your ride on the Torque?
Hey, Torque was so great. It's a very beautiful board and it's turning right in the curves, very short curves and so on. It's fantastic to ride. Very easy to ride in comparison to some others. It's really amazing board. The minus, I think it's a little bit slippery. The deck is very slippery, but it's easy to solve. You put some glue and some rubber on it, and where you directly have to stand, and then that's perfect. And another thing, I would like to have a magnet, so like a kill switch when you fall down, that the board stops immediately. That's my wishes for that board, but it's very impressive, that board, really.
So you tried Extreme, right?
Yeah, I tried the Extreme. Yeah.
And what's your weight?
My weight is 80 kilo.
And what speeds did you get?
Oh, about 40, 45.
Yeah,
that's my thinking. Yeah.
So speed wasn't a problem?
No, the speed is really amazing. I like that. I love it. The adrenaline, that's really great.
Yeah, for electric board.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's really good. Yeah.
So also, you are an expert with batteries. So give us some tips for people having electric boards, how to store their batteries to extend the life capacity.
Okay, so the batteries are not easy to handle. If you want to store the batteries should have
33% of the capacity, and then you can store it for long term. So between 10 to 20 degrees will be perfect.
And if I store it for the winter, how often should I recharge it or check the charge?
I check it every month with a panel meter, and then I check it, and if then I see the battery voltage is a little bit down, then I go there, recharge it for 1 minute or 2 minutes and store it again. So that will be perfect for the winter time. If you are not riding for 2 or 3 weeks longer, then store it in that condition, and that will be perfect for the battery. And then the battery life could be 1,000 cycles.
Yeah,
that
awesome,
will be no
really.
problem.
Okay, thank you for your tips. All right,
you're welcome.
Let's get back to the water.
Yes, of course.
Cheers. How was your ride, Wayne?
It was great. Yeah, I mean, this is a fun board. I'm pretty heavy. I'm probably about 90 kgs. It seems to have a bit of go in it. I enjoyed that. Yeah. It's a nice thick board. It's got a nice wide tail. It's very sturdy. You could stand up on it straight away. Anyone could get up and ride on this board. So this is going to be a great board for everyone and for the average general rider.
We also had the racing track, so you can see here behind us with the boys. The boys have got the GPS system inside. The board inside's got a GPS system, so once you go through the starting gate, the time will start. When you ride around the boys and it finishes off through the finish gate, the time will finish. You have a look on your app and you can see your time that you've raced, and also on the leaderboard where you're ranking on the leaderboard.
I think that's great. I'm so excited about the track, the apps, the timing, the whole satellite, monitoring thing. I think that's going to be amazing. No one's thought of it. No one's done it. We're about to race in Spain and race against people in Hong Kong, America, wherever. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
it's such an interactive thing. It's bringing this people together,
Even bouncy castle for the kids.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Yeah, it's just something to give some competition feel about the sport. We need to grow the sport, make it as fun as possible. And when you have some competitive edge there, people want to come back and get better at their times and keep riding and getting better. That's also, Mike, and getting back to these jet boot side of things. Once you can move your feet around and you can find your own performance level, that's where you can find the edge when you're racing around the track.
Thank you so much for your time. Let's set everything up.
Let's hit the water.
The race.
Cool.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Woo.
Thank you.
So guys, I mean, we've had a great time. We've tested quite a few new boards. We did the Flightboard, we did the torque boards. So as Mark says, the tour goes on. We're always testing something new. But something we want to mention is, just remember, when we're testing these boards, we're testing them for maybe 15 minutes, 15-minute ride. And these are first generation boards. So no matter what board it is, if you get a first generation board, there's always going to be hiccups. There's always going to be teething problems. That's never going to go away. We don't focus on all the negative points on any boards that we test, Mark, because we're trying to promote the industry. But bear in mind, be realistic. Any first generation board, it doesn't matter what brand it is, you're going to have teething problems, you're going to have issues. This is part of it, and this is why we do this. We get the boards first, we go through all the problems, we give the manufacturers feedback, and we make sure you guys get a great product at the end of the day. But we only have so much control. At the end of the day, it's just up to the manufacturers to make the changes and improvements. But just bear in mind, we just want to be clear that on first generation boards, we might go out and ride a board and have the time of our lives and love it. It doesn't mean it's a perfect board. It doesn't mean it's ready for mass production. Hey, Mark?
Exactly.
So yeah, we just want to be clear on that part of it. We love the boards, we enjoy riding the boards, but we're not exactly endorsing the boards and saying this board's perfect, go out and buy it.
I mean, do your research, guys. That's the point. We are not giving our advice to buy exactly this brand or that brand.
Exactly. And contact us, because when we've done our videos, a 15-minute ride is one thing, but after we've purchased the boards and we're riding them all day, every day, then we can give you proper feedback. So don't just go on our videos. Like Mark says, do your research, phone us, email us, contact us, ask us more questions. We'll give you better answers after having ridden the boards for a few weeks or a few months.
All right, don't forget to reach this guy.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Here we got Andreas from Petrol Surfer magazine.
Yeah, almost eSurfer, but we like petrol boards as well.
Okay, what do you think so far about the race, Andreas?
Well, I just arrived, but it's my first race here, which I see it's a little bit loud. It's less louder with electric board, but it's definitely fun. These are great riders. I saw you riding, great job.
Thank you.
I haven't seen Wayne riding.
I've got to give the rest of the guys a chance. I'm trying to encourage and help grow the race industry. And if I race, it's not going to be fun for everyone else. I want someone else to win. I'm tired of winning all the time.
Yes, he is just too fast for this.
Right. No, but it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to see the electric board as well this afternoon.
Yeah, JetSurf is making a new electrical board, which we saw yesterday.
We saw last night. Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I heard there will be a race actually this afternoon, like 3 men, 3 women using the same electric board in just 1 round.
Yeah, that's right.
That's something
probably
to see.
Because of limited battery power, but well, at least it's the first race. Huh?
Yeah. It's a start. It's a good start for electric.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we're up to something here. All right, let's see it.
It's good for pool, big pool.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for people they are living close to the lakes and they possibility and chance to charge the battery, or they for them it's no problem to change the battery. But you know the power is there also. You will see the board accelerate and
but the power is close to the petrol one.
Which petrol one?
Which petrol one
Yeah.
is question, but it's very close to a standard race board.
Look how silent it is. What's up guys, today we are visiting Wayne's Festival in Soto Grande. It's an amazing place.
Guys, it's such a great venue. This is just a little test run we've done, but one thing I wanted to give the guys from Oni and Carver a huge big thank you, because we couldn't have done this without Onion. They've sent a truckload of boards. We've got one of the CEOs here just continuously charging batteries. We've got one of their top instructors, and these guys Onion really came through for us and for the whole industry. You know, they've been here a few days. We've got a whole week ahead of us, and thanks, Inigo. You've really
Wayne.
come through and done it for us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
And while you're still here, maybe you leak some news about the blade.
You already asked that.
I know, but
yes, we are working hard on the new board. It will be a freestyle board, not a race board, not a slalom board. So there is still a lot of things to do, and we have to test a lot of shapes because it's more technical board than the Carver. Next year we will have those boards in the market.
Yeah. And guys, this is what we need to see. We need to see support from the manufacturers, you know what I mean? Mark and I travel around, we test boards, we make videos, we do everything. We need the manufacturers to get stuck in, support the community, get on the boards, ride with us, join us. You know, Onion are a perfect example of what we want to see from other manufacturers.
Exactly.
Actually, for us it's very important to be here, so we know how the boards are used and how the user experience, you know, how they feel like on board.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now I'm going to show you my new Carver X 360 video. Let's check it out. So Nigo, I saw on the forums people are looking for ways how to make Carver more fast. For example, I saw somebody said you can polish the bottom of Carver and it will give you up to 10 kilometers of extra speed. What other things do you suggest?
Okay, yes, polishing the bottom of the board will improve the performance, of course. I don't know if 10 kilometers, but another thing that the users found is that if you replace the fins with carbon fiber or a rigid thruster fins, shorter fins, you can also get more speed. So there are different small things you can do on the board to improve the performance.
Thank you. And here we got Inigo. He's also a very professional Carver X user, and he's even doing some jumps on Carver. So how do you do this?
Well, we do it with the foot straps help. It's actually very easy. If you try it, you just have to get some speed and just flex your knees. And when you're ready to jump, just use all of your strength to try to jump as high as possible. And also the foot strap helps you a lot to make higher turns.
And I see you also doing this pumping.
Yeah.
So you're basically creating a wake.
Exactly, a little bit to make a little bit more speed for the board and start preparing for the jump.
And I also saw you're getting very good speed on the Carver, though you're not so lightweight. What's your weight?
I'm around 73,
Yeah.
I guess, something like that.
And you get pretty good speed even with the original Carver.
Yeah. Actually, the Carver, you can get it to speed easily if you know how to. For example, when I start, I always go my front foot almost to the top of the board, to the nose, and then my back foot up off the battery, just at the beginning. So I bump it a little bit, make bump a little bit, and then just cruise around. I start getting speed, and it will be okay. You will get 35, 37 kilometers per hour.
And what about Carver X?
Carver X is just amazing.
It's a beast.
It's just another game. It just went. I think we are so proud of the Carver X because anyone can enjoy it. Bigger people can enjoy it, and
finally the speed is not an issue.
Yeah, for sure. And also what I like about the Carver X is that it has the same shape as the Carver. So the turning is very good. The gliding is very good. So it didn't affect more power. It didn't affect the performance of the board. So
and also we tried Manta stand-up paddle. It's amazing, I think. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. Kids love them. Their mothers love it too because they can go with the kid without any rush, just hanging around, and kids are jumping, going up again. Also, kids listen a lot. They understand very good, how to stop it, how to start it. It's been one of the most asking boards for the rent.
It's much more wide than any other stand-up paddle. So
it's
really like a pool table.
Yeah, it's like a platform, and we saw like 4 or 5 kids going up, and the parents with another 2 kids, and all of them having fun. So very happy about them. Very happy.
Okay, thank you for coming to the event.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Jetboard testing tour is brought to you by Wayne from Jetboard Limited. Wayne is a well-recognized expert in the industry, and his company is proud to be the only one in the world that deals with and supports all the different brands, letting the customer try the boards before they buy them. If you would like to buy a jetboard or are interested in getting into the jetboard industry, then contact Wayne. Tanya from Jetboard Limited in Jetboards, Spain. Tanya is one of the first women in the industry who deals with testing, reviewing, promoting, and selling all the different brands of jetboards. Tanya's knowledge of the industry, brands, and boards is comprehensive and impressive. If you want to buy a jetboard and get a great price, then contact Tanya. Andreas from eSurfer magazine, who is a leader of the growing community of electric jetboarders and creator of his own blogs, eSurfer and eBoarder, and a new eSurfer forum. And Mike from Jetsurfingnation, who is a passionate jet surfer and a video guy. He loves the industry and wants to help the new sport to grow big. Mike's mission is to try and review every existing jetboard on the market, making his fun videos along the way. If you want to join our next tour event, present your jetboard, do an interview, sponsor, or simply try the different boards before you buy, reach out to Tanya or Wayne from Jetboard Limited. Tanya and Wayne guarantee unbeatable prices and the best backup service you could ever get. Jetboard Limited has branches in England, Spain, Germany, and are expanding all over Europe, as well as Australia, Canada, and Brazil. So contact the team to find out who your local dealer is. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.